Coming up in Mountain News this morning, one county in our region holds a celebration meant for burger lovers, and Kentucky fire officials give some tips so you can stay safe during your 4th of July celebrations.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
6:31 this morning. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Thank you for waking up with us and joining us. And I can tell you what, I was not ready for those teases. I just hear you're up and I have to read. So let's take it over to Brandon this morning. Brandon, it's nice to be back again. You know, I know you just missed me something fierce.
I did.
So,
but you got to remember, on this shift, you got to be ready for anything.
That's true.
Got to be ready for.
I just heard the music. I just heard because I was like looking over here. I just heard the music. Like, oh, I got to do my
It's
job.
your turn.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now it's your turn.
And it is my turn now. So there you go. All right, let's take a look, see what's been going on the last few hours here across the mountains. We're still dealing with some rain in those eastern counties there. Some heavy pockets moving through parts of Floyd County into Pike County. So again, cold front's not quite out of here just yet, but it is slowly working its way through the mountains, and that will clear us out behind it. I'd say some places, Pike into central Kentucky, already seeing a little bit of sunshine this morning. Some fog out there as well. Logan, Harlan, Williamsburg also seeing some visibility issues up toward Moorhead. Southwest Virginia looks a little bit rough over there this morning. So again, take care out there. I-75 at London, not quite clear yet, but I think that'll happen in the next couple of hours. Temperatures pretty close to 70 in a lot of locations this morning. 67 in Wayne to about 72 in Monticello, but we got 61 in Clintwood and 64 in Wise this morning. Dew points are still up there except for Moorhead. Look at the difference there between Moorhead and the rest of the region. Still near 70 out there in spots, but I do believe as the sun comes up, we're going to see a beautiful forecast out there overall, especially later this afternoon. 81 today. If we make it, some models trying to keep us in the upper 70s, which I'd be okay with too. Comfortable tonight as we drop into the mid-50s overnight. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, funeral arrangements for the Kentucky power worker who died have been announced. Wallace Wu Melton Jr. died after his Kentucky power truck went over an embankment in the Viper community. Visitation will be at the Engle Bowling Funeral Home this evening from 6 to 9 p.m. The funeral service will be on Tuesday at 1 at the same location. The burial will follow in the Adams-Lewis Cemetery located in Viper. Kentucky State Police are investigating a deadly crash in Rockcastle County that happened Saturday evening. Troopers say just after 6 p.m. on Saturday, a man and his passenger, Faith Jenkins, were riding on a motorcycle on I-75 when the back tire blew out. First responders took them both to a hospital, but Jenkins died. The driver is recovering at UK Hospital and is expected to survive. Neither of the victims were wearing a helmet when they crashed. Well, over in Breathitt County, state police say they're investigating a shooting involving a deputy. It happened Friday in the Van Cleve community. Police say a man who was injured during the incident needed to be flown to UK Hospital for treatment. A Breathitt County deputy sheriff received minor injuries and was treated at a local area hospital and later released. It's not clear what led up to that shooting. The Knox County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in finding 2 stolen vehicles. A green Honda Rancher ATV was stolen in the Gray area on June 22nd, and a 2016 Harley Davidson was stolen from Standard Avenue on June 23rd. Well, Knox County Dispatch asks if you see them to give them a call. Severe storms popped up in our region during the weekend, bringing heavy rain and even flash flooding in some areas. We received this video from Keisha Bentley a little after 2 p.m. Saturday from Elkhorn City. The video shows someone trapped in their car next to Community Trust Bank. If you've ever wondered how people are still able to communicate if power lines are out, like in the instance of a natural disaster, amateur or ham radios make this possible. And during the weekend, several ham radio operators gathered in Whitesburg for the annual Kentucky Mountains Amateur Radio Club Field Day, a day where they test equipment and try to contact other operators across the state and country and even around the globe.
I want to say it's another arrow in the quiver in case there is a disaster. Plus, it's just a fun time to get out and fellowship with fellow hams, let the community see what we're doing.
Well, those with the radio club say they meet every month, but periodically host events involving the community. If you're interested in learning more about the Kentucky Mountains Amateur Radio Club, you can visit our website at WYMT.com. Lawrence County is hosting its first ever Burger Week this week. Our Chandler Wilcox details what flavors the county has in store.
From producing a country star for the next generation to creation with local produce, And it's more of a thing to get people to come to Louisa and try these burgers and this stuff.
Lawrence County kicked off their first ever Burger Week this weekend. 12 restaurants are competing with all kinds of flavor, like Randy's Red, White, and Blue Barbecue, where customers can build their own burger.
We sitting around when we heard about the Bicentennial Burger Week, we decided that we wanted to definitely take part and contribute our own way, and each of us just kind of threw in.
And the community is loving it.
We had a couple of participants that sold out yesterday.
Each participant has worked diligently to give the community their best.
All the other places that are participating there, they've got great burgers out, and everybody's just great positive feedback from the community.
In the end, the county hopes to continue building on its growing popularity.
We've got a little bit of an identity of ourselves, which to us we've always had.
Each customer can submit their name for a raffle, and when Burger Week ends, the Tourism Commission plans to give out prizes. From Lawrence County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
The Randy's Red, White, and Blue Barbecue food truck said it will be at the Louisa Walmart 3 separate days this week, and the proceeds will be donated to the Children's Miracle Network. Well, outdoor lovers in Prestonsburg hit the water during the weekend for the Louisa Fork Paddle Fest, but with a twist. The Louisa Fork Paddle Fest normally starts in downtown Prestonsburg and follows the Louisa Fork of the Big Sandy River, but because of low water levels on the river as well as down trees following past thunderstorms and high winds, Paddle Fest was moved to Dewey Lake and set sail at the boat ramp near Dewey Lagoon. Officials say they made the route a bit shorter due to the differences in currents on the two bodies of water, but people were excited to hit the lake and have some fun.
Last month in May, we kicked it off on the Louisa Fork. We went our normal 8.2 miles. This month, we're here on Dewey Lake, where we're abbreviating it a little bit and doing 3 miles because it's quite different on still water than on water with currents, for sure.
People also enjoyed a lunch catered by a local restaurant, and the Prestonsburg Fire Department's Water Rescue Squad was on scene leading the excursion and ensuring folks were safe while they were out on the water. A trail system here in Perry County has now broadened its horizons to welcome mountain bikers, helping one organization to host Perry County's first mountain bike race. Our Alyssa Williams talked with event organizers to learn more.
A trail system that was developed in the last 5 years is now being used by mountain bikers from across the Commonwealth.
It first started off as just a personal need, and then I realized how many people wanted the same thing that I wanted, so we had tons of city and county support that brought us to this point.
In partnership with the Perry County Trail System, the Bluegrass Mountain Cup held a mountain bike race in Perry County on Sunday.
And we're, excited for how this season's went and to bring this to Perry County for the first time and hopefully be back next year.
The Bluegrass Mountain Cup kicked off a weekend full of racing on Saturday with the inaugural Kiss the Goat Trail Race, then finishing off their mountain bike racing series on Sunday.
What Pathfinders, Perry County, and specifically Ben Brahman, the trail builder here, has done is just quite amazing. I would argue they're one of the best trail systems in the state. It's a small system still with only a handful of trails, but it's growing fast, and the quality of the trails are very, very top notch.
Perry County trail designer and builder Ben Brahman says events like this are exactly why he created the trail system.
It's not a magic bullet to save any economy or to create the perfect lifestyle, but it's certainly a very important piece of that puzzle to provide for people that live here and for folks to come in for tourism and others just for quality of life.
Helping to bring new crowds of people to the Queen City of the Mountains. In Hazard, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Race director for the Bluegrass Mountains Cup, Josh Patton, says he hopes to continue this partnership with the Perry County Trail System. Well, he adds that he and his team hope to coordinate other races across the Commonwealth this fall. Well, the 4th of July is just 1 week away, and now firefighters are reminding everyone to stay safe around fireworks. A Kentucky Fire Department says they have safety tips to keep your 4th of July celebration injury-free. Wear safety glasses, follow the instructions, and they'll light the fireworks off of a flat and level ground that's 200 feet away from your home and other people. Be sure the fireworks won't land in a dry bush or that might start a wildfire. And you have to be careful around all fireworks, even the small ones.
The sparklers that everybody likes to give the little kids and let them play with, they burn somewhere 1,800, 2,000 degrees. These things can hurt you in a moment's notice, and it turn your fantastic party into pretty much a disaster.
Officials say the best way to avoid trouble is to leave it up to the professionals.
Well, the forecast this morning, as we start out the door, we're going to continue to see again a little bit of rain on live pinpoint Doppler radar. We'll take you, actually, we'll take you a little closer, but you'll see again it was clustered over to parts of southern Floyd County as temperatures there at 67 in Prestonsburg and 68 in Pikeville. Slowly moving out, going through parts of a couple other states as well. 61 in Clintwood, 71 out toward London, 70 in Somerset, 72 in Monticello. So basically those mid to upper 60s out there this morning. A few degrees colder than it was this time yesterday. 4 degrees colder, Morehead, Jackson, Logan, 5 degrees colder in Somerset, 4 degrees colder as well in Williamsburg, Jonesville, and in Wise this morning. We're going to continue to see your breakfast forecast right there in the mid to upper 60s for the most part. Some rain chances in those eastern counties, fog chances for all of us. Skies will clear a little bit later on today. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. It's almost 6:42. When we come back here on Mountain News this morning, historic legislation involving gun control has passed our nation's capital. We'll have those details in just a few minutes.